The best time to invest was yesterday. The second best time to invest is today. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. If you're new here and you're interested in investing and personal finance and building wealth and managing your money, hit that subscribe button. My name is Ed Riley, and today we're looking at compound interest. When it comes to building wealth through investing, arguably the most important factor is time. And this is because of the nature of how compound interest works. Now, don't run away, but a quick peek at the formula for compound interest reveals why time is so important. Compound interest is an exponential function, and the dominating exponent is time. This causes an exponential growth curve, which looks like this. It grows slowly at first, but as time ticks on, it starts to pick up momentum and rapidly increase its growth rate. This is why you need to start investing as soon as possible, like yesterday, so that you have time to hit those explosive parts of that curve. The idea is simple. We don't have to be Einstein to understand the concept of exponential growth from compound interest. But if we were Einstein, what would we say? Compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it, earns it. He who doesn't, pays it. That is Albert Einstein commenting on the power of compound interest. So don't just take it from me, take it from one of the brightest minds to ever exist. So this all sounds good in theory, but let's take a look at a practical example of how important this is and the implications of starting investing as young as possible. Here we have two investors, Tom and Jerry. Tom starts investing at 18 years old and for whatever reason stops contributing to his investment account at 30. Maybe he wants to blow some money and live a little. YOLO. Then we have Jerry, who is going to wait until he is 30 to start investing. You know, finish college, start a family, start moving up in the career and earning some real money. Since he knows he's starting a little bit late, he's going to continue to contribute to his investment account faithfully every month all the way up until he is 60. So both start with $0 in their account. Tom contributes every month for 12 years from 18 to 30, while Jerry contributes every month for 30 years from age 30 to 60. They both deposit $250 per month and earn a 10% annual return. That is roughly the stock market average over the past 100 years. This doesn't take into account inflation, but we'll just use that number for ease of example. After 12 years, Tom has just over $64,000 in his account, with $36,000 of that being contributions and $28,000 of that being growth. Not bad, but Jerry has almost $500,000 in his investment account with $90,000 in contributions and $400,000 in growth. It seems like Jerry has outdone Tom by quite the margin, but Jerry is already 60 and nearing retirement. Let's go back to take another look at Tom's investments. At 30 years old, Tom stopped contributing to his investment account, but he's got compound interest on his side, and over the next 30 years, until he reaches that same age of 60 like Jerry, he's going to see why Einstein called it the eighth wonder. So at 30, Tom is starting with $64,000 from his investments and is not going to contribute another single penny. Just let it grow for the next 30 years. The result? Tom is a millionaire. Tom has made himself a millionaire with a $36,000 investment in patience. In fact, he has $1 million in growth alone. Really think about that. There is an additional $1 million in his account that he didn't put there. So despite investing almost 2 decades longer than Tom and contributing almost 3 times as much money as Tom, Jerry still has less than half of what Tom has when they both reach the age of 60. This is the power of compound interest. This is what Einstein was talking about. And this is why you need to start investing now. It doesn't take much money, it just takes time. $250 a month is not that big of a sacrifice to become a millionaire. But even if you can't afford that, you could do $100 or $50 or even $25 per month. What really matters is that you get started as soon as possible. And actually, Tom's path to $1 million had him stop contributing after 12 years. If he actually kept contributing from 18 all the way to 60 with those same returns, he'd only have to contribute $155 a month to hit that $1 million at 60. So this is very achievable by the overwhelming majority of people, but for whatever reason we don't do it. We want more money and we want it now. It's like the J.G. Wentworth commercial.
It's my
But you can do this, so I encourage you, start now so you can build this wealth for yourself. Your $1 million nest egg isn't going to buy you a bunch of mansions or a bunch of yachts, but it's certainly enough for you to live off the growth with a reasonable lifestyle and unchain you from that 9-to-5 job. So let's crank this up and take it to the next step. Because you've lived off the growth for the rest of your life, you've kept that $1 million nest egg intact. And because you're a generous man or woman, you've decided to leave this money in your will to your children or grandchildren with one condition: they can't touch the money until 25 years after your passing. Let's run the numbers. After 25 years with no further contributions in that 10% annual return, the $1 million nest egg has become over $12 million. This is life-changing money. This is how you create generational wealth through investing. It's not a secret. You don't have to be a genius and you don't have to be a financial wizard. All you have to do is be consistent and be patient. So remember the curve. At first, it's going to look like things are growing very slowly, but once that exponential growth starts to kick in, you're really going to be on your way. So stick with it. If you're new to investing or managing your money, hit that subscribe button. I'll be posting more on this topic, including where you should invest that money to take advantage of this compound interest. Until then, peace.